Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's JudiciousSfire, and I'm here to look at the preview for the February update. February update looks like it's going to be pretty big. It's going to be pretty all-encompassing in how it affects the game of Castle Clash. We'll look at the big changes in the game, and we will run a couple of hero trials while we're talking about it. Hit the subscribe button. Keep this content going. We have I'd say the number one change to the CC is going to be our Destiny system. Our Destiny system is going to go from the current max level of 80 all the way up to Destiny 100. Now, that journey in terms of resources is going to require the following, and I'm approximating, not down to the exact digit. You will need about 26, 25 million blue crystals for every hero you want to take up to Destiny level 100. You will also need somewhere around 2.5 million honor badges to do that as well. So that's per hero. Now, judging on what we've seen in the past, I would suspect that at Destiny level 99, you'll be locked out from jumping to 100 because a new rock or crystal or orb is going to be introduced in the game that you need in order to make that jump to Destiny level 100. So it will be a lengthy process, I'm sure. If you are blue crystal light, then you can sell off old crests. There are a number of things in the warehouse that can be sold for blue crystals, but crests would definitely be your and low level insignias that you're just not going to use. Where the resource cost of spending red crystals to turn them into higher level insignias, it outweighs the benefit you're going to get by making it a level 6 insignia. So, you can sell those off if you need blue crystals. Let's jump to the next thing. We've got, I don't need to keep respawning troops. We have ourselves a now skill level 15. Once we reach Destiny level 100, all of our heroes will be able to acquire skill level 15. Judging on the prior skill level boosts, there will be, a handful of heroes, 4 or 5, that will gain a extra target in combat, and that is huge. Or they'll gain such a tremendous benefit in their skill abilities, whatever they may be, that they would be a hero you want to prioritize in turning into skill level 15. The majority of the heroes, history being our lesson, they simply gain a little bit higher attack percentage, a little bit more defensive percentage. If they were having 50% damage reduction as a result of their skill, they're now getting 53%. So it doesn't, in and of itself, per hero, make a tremendous difference. But when you get a team like that of 6 together, it really does. You can see a tremendous difference. So that's kind of where we're going in the big changes to the operating system of the game and the way our heroes perform. We're going to be getting one new hero this month. This new hero is going to be doing the following. Let me check my notes. It's coming in from the Taiwan server. It's still updating on Taiwan server. I checked earlier. And this is the best translation that I can get. We're going to get a hero that is as of yet unnamed. The names keep changing by the time we see it here on iOS or Android. It's going to deal damage to a random number of heroes. When it does deal that damage, it is going to take away their energy. It's also going to cause the condition or debuff of confine. Now all of a sudden our heroes, our opponents, are made weaker. Confine is very much like paralyze, freeze, stun, coma, entangle. They all shut the hero down in such a way that the hero isn't nearly as effective as it was without these statuses being brought upon it. In this case, this is going to be, I think, one of the newer versions of that, where the hero is unable to gain energy through attacking. So already you're shutting the hero down. But the hero can still, in some circumstances, be gaining energy by being attacked. And the skill can still operate. So, you reduce the likelihood of getting smashed by the enemy by roughly 50%. That's pretty good. At the same time, it takes away the bad things that have happened to your friends on the map. So the other heroes get negative 110 gems, get negative statuses, debuffs that were placed against them, a malaise or something. It dispels that, and it's no longer a factor. It increases the critical strike rate of friendly heroes for a certain amount of time. Now, because of the title talent system, most heroes at max are going to be coming in around 6,000 plus crit resist, and it would be very difficult to counteract that. So I see that as something that's not really anything in terms of a game changer there. There is a cooldown here for this hero. The hero also does damage around itself every X seconds. So it's like a localized damage. The bad guys have to be close to the hero in order to take that damage. When the hero's health drops below a certain amount, it becomes immune to stun and to silence. It also has a fast energy recovery. Very nice. It is not immune to silence at the start of the battle. Those qualifiers have to happen first before silence is actually attained by the hero. So it seems like an interesting hero. We have a new skill in the game. New skill in the game, it seems a little bit restrictive, but you don't know until you've actually experimented with it. It's going to be doing damage to a certain number of flying heroes, and flying heroes only. During that time, it's going to provide one of those effects where energy can't be gained or movement can't be accomplished, kind of shutting down the hero for a certain amount of time. It's not the whole time. There's a cooldown period. And it's also going to increase the increase the damage that ground heroes in the area are going to be receiving. So you've got a little bit of damage to the flying heroes and a little bit of damage to the ground heroes. How much damage that is and whether or not they're just doing a little bit to both, we'll have to see. And we'll have to see how valuable that pet is. That pet will come in mutant form, and it will come in also super pet form. So we've got one new hero and two pets that go hand in hand, both named pretty much the same thing, but still two pets being introduced to the game. We have the pet of Mutant God. Yes, it's like I don't know what it is, like a donkey. And the super God donkey, 66 gems. And it's going to be, when attacking, it deals damage. It reduces the dodge rate of the heroes that you're attacking. It does so for a certain period of time, not the whole time. It reduces the dodge rate of heroes that are in the nearby area all the time. So we have an effect in this game, and that effect is with heroes like Ice Lady, who just got introduced, as well as this new talent or enchantment that they're introducing, where dodge is being reduced in its effectiveness. They just did this with crit and reduced its effectiveness. And in turn, reduced the 66 gems, reduced the benefit of crit damage. Because if you're not critting, who cares about the damage? You're not doing anything. They're starting to do that with dodge. Maybe this is a video for another time. I'm going to be super brief. I don't think dodge is in any way a bad thing, and I don't think it's dying in this game. I would much rather have a very high dodge Walla Walla than a Walla Walla that does so much damage through attack traits that it ends up getting himself killed, even with a wicked armor. There is so much reflect and deflect in this game, it can be very, very hard, especially when it's sustained hits. I would much rather have a Walla that tries to get out of the way of the majority of hits. He's a support hero. Nothing that Walla does, heal, buff, debuff, help your team, core team member, none of that relies on accuracy. Only one thing Walla does relies on accuracy, and that is the small amount of damage that he sends out against the enemy. So you would benefit with an accuracy Walla in that one respect, but you would be losing out on the ability to keep your Walla alive long enough that he can heal, buff, and debuff the enemy. So it is important, I think, to keep in mind that it's better to have a lower level of dodge on a support hero than no dodge at all. Okay? You look at it like a seatbelt, you know. If you had a seatbelt, you didn't have an airbag, but at least you're alive. That's the way I look at it. We have ourselves a new hero skin for the new hero. New hero skin, I don't know what it's going to look like. Ooh, we got Phobos. I think he's going to shut me down on level 10. I think I'm going to lose this one. It's just so many Phoboses and so much energy reduction that my heroes can't get their attacks off. And in addition, every one of those purple balls is either hitting a hero or a building. I should have run it on 8 and taken the win. Lesson learned. We have a new hero skin for the new hero that's coming out. We have that destiny increase. We have that skill level increase. We have world boss. I suspect it's going to be Archdemon is what they're referring to as world boss. The entire game mode, I believe, is called Castle Crisis, so maybe Archdemon. They're going to be optimizing that. What that means, I don't know. Better layout, better readout, better damage calculation, perhaps different parameters as they've been changing Warden. I don't know. We'll see. They have added content. They have added Wailing Rift 3. And they have added Lonely Sea 3. So expect some big rewards in those game modes and a lot of fun, especially if you're running with friends and guildies in trying to crack that mystery. That's going to take a day, okay? Even for the best players out there, that's going to take at least a day, friend, before you're consistently beating that. I bet that's going to be a tough one. We have a hero totem optimization. Our totems have seen not the light of day in 3 years. There's been no real change. I believe that they're going to be increasing the number of hits or activations that a totem can trigger in combat. Maybe it's 2 hits simultaneously. Maybe it's 1 hit, and if a hero walks over the totem a second time, it will trigger that second time. We will see. But that sounds pretty neat. They're going to be up in the chat optimization. I don't know what that is. Maybe get rid of all of these folks who are into RP. It's a family program. Maybe they'll block that series of words. I don't know. And we're going to be doing a adjustment to the wishing pool that is going to be our Fountain Fortuna. Hopefully it's going to be more active and more often. The friendly wheel is going to get a buff in terms of the rewards that are being offered, and we are getting 1 extra hero slot for a total of 117 to accommodate the new hero. I hope the game is treating you well, and I hope that you enjoy your clashing. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.